Thank you so much for joining. My name is Ethan Ostroff, and I'm a lawyer outside of the Philadelphia area. I've been making content for a few years now, specifically started on TikTok, where I was able to grow to a pretty large following on there and loved educating people about what they should do in specific legal scenarios. The way that I come up with my content is from questions I get asked all the time, and I get asked the same questions about auto insurance. So this is a dedicated series to go deeper into some of these questions I get asked all the time, where I'm going to talk about specific subjects. Before I dive deeper into that, make sure to check out my other videos that I've already recorded, and make sure to click that subscribe button right beneath here, and make sure that you're following us for the steady stream of content we're going to be giving you guys. If you have any questions, God forbid you are ever in some sort of injury case, I handle cases all over the country and can make sure you are taken care of. Excuse my extra words. So if you have any questions, again, feel free to subscribe below. Directly email me. My email is going to be listed below. And today what we're going to be talking a little bit deeper about is specific to Pennsylvania, but the concept exists in several states. It is, what is tort option? And specifically in Pennsylvania, there is limited tort and full tort. In other states like New Jersey, they have similar concepts called limitation on lawsuit. But specifically in Pennsylvania, I'm going to talk about that concept because I know it the best. I'm a Pennsylvania lawyer, and that's the easiest for me. So the difference between full tort and limited tort comes down to one question, okay? And the way to understand tort option, let's take your case all the way to trial. So let's say that you got rear-ended while you're sitting at a stop sign. You are definitely not at fault for that crash. So if it is a full tort case, which I strongly recommend to every client that can afford it, I totally understand that auto insurance isn't cheap, but it is so tough to see clients go through having a case if they have full tort, not having a case if they don't. And the biggest thing that it comes down to is if we took your case to trial. If we took your case to trial and you're full tort and you got rear-ended, the jury would have to answer two questions. Question one, who is at fault? Simple. If you got rear-ended, you're going to win there almost 100% of the time. Question two, in a full tort case, damages. How much is your pain and suffering worth? That's it. In a limited tort case, though, which you can choose to be on your own auto insurance for a little bit cheaper, there are three questions involved in that case. Question one, liability. Who's at fault? Again, rear-ended. You're going to win there. Question two, in a limited tort case, did the plaintiff sustain a serious impairment to a body function or a serious injury? If the answer is no, you don't get access to question three, damages. How much is it worth? Now, your definition of serious injury is different than my definition of serious injury. It's different than your cousins. It's different than your moms. It's different than your sisters. Everybody has a different definition of what serious is. I've actually run a focus group on this subject, and one of the people in the participants of the focus group said losing a finger isn't serious. Another said a concussion with 2 months of treatment is serious. You put yourself in a position where the insurance company gets an excuse to not pay you. They're going to kick and scream that your injuries are not serious, regardless of how much pain you are going through. The way that we prove that your injuries are serious requires basically a specific amount of treatment or invasive surgery or a broken bone. It's not easy to have limited tort and win your case in Pennsylvania because serious is such a subjective standard. So when you are looking at getting auto insurance, I beg you, consider full tort. Don't let some insurance adjuster convince you limited tort is good, because it is bullshit. Think about getting full tort. Make sure to subscribe to this video. Make sure to subscribe to the profile. Would love to continue keeping you guys in my community and feeding you guys questions that I get all the time and answers. Hopefully, I can help you avoid a bad situation in the future. Thanks so much, and looking forward to keeping you in our community.